Good day, I'm Lovely Asalia, and I'm here to discuss two different topics, Set A and Set B. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. Before I discuss figures of speech, we should know its meaning. A, figures of speech is a word or phrase used in a non-literal sense for rhetorical or vivid effect. What are the figures of speech and their example? They specify between different shades of meaning and give more accurate descriptions. Some examples of common figures of speech include the simile, metaphor, pun, personification, hyperbole, understatement, paradox, and oxymoron. However, these are just some examples of figures of speech. So, let's start in the types. Let's go in the simile. Simile. In a simile, we make a comparison between two objects of different kinds. Their two objects will have at least one point in common. Example, the righteous shall flourish as the palm tree. Here, a comparison is made between the righteous and the palm tree. When writers use a simile, two unlike things are being compared. The word like or as are being used to make the comparison. It is common in everyday speech. As proud as peacock, as hard as nail, as good as gold, as old as hills, as clear as crystals. Number 1. He was as angry as grizzly bear. Number 2. The cloud was fluffy like cotton candy. Number 3. He kept into the room as quiet as a mouse. Metaphor. A metaphor is an implied simile. It doesn't state that one thing is like another or act as another. Instead, it says that the two things are one and the same. A simile, on the other hand, says that one thing is like another. Thus, when we say she is like an angel, we use simile. But when we say she is an angel, we use a metaphor. Here are some examples. Life, life is a dream. It's metaphor. Life is like a dream. Simile. Although similes and metaphor both compare unlike things, metaphor do not use word like or as. That's the key to define metaphor and simile. Love is a journey. Love is a train trip. Love is a sea voyage. Is a figure of speech that uses extreme exaggeration to make a point or show emphasis. It is the opposite of understatement. Examples. I've told you to clean your room a million times. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. It emphasizes or evokes strong feelings and creates strong impressions. As a figures of speech, it is usually not meant to be taken literally. That food was so hot, my ears were smoking. That boy ran faster than a car. Here we go. Alliteration is a term to describe a literary device in which series of words begin with the same consonant sounds. A classic examples. She sells seashells on the seashore. Another one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Alliteration is meant to be more than a tongue twister, and it tells something important that the writer or speaker would like to express. It is important to note that not every word in the sentence has to begin with the same letter in order for it to be considered as alliteration. Never neglect nerdy nerds. Curious cats can catch a cold. Set B. Reflexive and intensive pronoun. An intensive pronoun almost identical to a reflexive pronoun, but their function differ. Intensive pronoun are used to add emphasis to the subject or antecedent of the sentence. You usually find the intensive right after the noun or pronoun. It's modifying, but not necessarily. The intensive or reflexive pronouns include myself, yourself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourself, and themselves. Furthermore, an intensive pronoun is defined as a pronoun that ends in the self or selves and place emphasis on its antecedent. Aren't essential to a sentence's basic meaning, whereas reflexive pronouns are. An intensive pronoun from reflexive pronoun, remove it from the sentence. If it is an intensive pronoun, the sentence will still make sense. If the sentence will no longer make sense when the pronoun is removed, it is a reflexive pronoun. Example, did you yourself make the cake? Makes sense if we remove yourself. Did you make the cake? Therefore, yourself is an intensive pronoun in this context. Consider intensive pronouns in the sentences below. Example number 3. The author approved the book cover. Herself. If we remove herself, it will make sense. The author approved the book cover. I, myself, like a little stroll after dinner. If we remove myself, it will totally make sense. Listen. I like a little stroll after dinner. We want to hear the man himself speak. If we remove himself, does it make sense? Let's see. We want to hear the man speak. Makes sense. Please remember, the reflexive pronoun is necessary to understand the meaning of a sentence. If the same pronouns are used but not needed, they are called intensive pronoun.